Hello students, we are starting a new type of life cycle today, the life cycle of plants. Our standard is to observe and describe the major stages of the life cycle of a plant. Our objective, we're going to investigate the life cycle of a plant. Our essential question is to find out what are the steps in a plant's life cycle. They're a little different than the animals we've been talking about. Our vocabulary words are seed, sprout, flower, roots, leaves, and germination. Okay, this week and a little bit of next week we're going to be talking about the life cycle of plants. Our standard is the same as we've been talking about, to observe and describe major changes in the life cycles of plants and animals, including bees and butterflies. We know what a life cycle is. It's the way living things grow and change. A cycle continues. It happens over and over again. There are 4 stages in the life cycle of plants. Step 1, a tiny plant is inside a seed. So step 1, we have our seed. Step 2, the seed germinates, the roots grow down. Step 3, the stem grows up toward the light, the plant grows more roots and leaves, so this is step 3. And step 4, the adult plant grows flowers. So we have our roots at the bottom and our adult plant up here. We see the leaves and some flowers will grow as well. Okay, my foldable graphic organizer today talks about what plants need to live. So I write my name at the top, and for this one, those look like V's. There we go. Okay, for this one I need scissors, tape, or glue. Either one's fine. So I start by cutting out this, because I only need one. I don't need both of them that are attached to the page. So if you look in the files section, you can find them. This here, there. Okay, so mine looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is tape the papers together. Like that. Just so it doesn't fall apart when I'm looking at it. There. Close enough. Okay. Alright. Now I need to cut along my dotted lines here. So it says, what do plants need? What do plants need? Sorry, that was kind of a struggle. Okay. What do plants need? Now I lift up my first flap. What do plants need? Okay, there we go. Plants need, what is this a picture of? Water. Plants need water. What else do plants need? Plants need sunlight. Plants need water, sunlight. What else? Air. And soil. Now, if I forget this when I'm taking my quiz next week, hint, hint, I can look this out and go, what do plants need? Air, soil, sunlight, and water. So I know what plants need to survive and thrive. We are going to label our different parts of our plant here. As you can see, this is a flowering plant. I colored mine in a little bit. So if you have time, you can go ahead and print yours out. It's under the Files tab. You can print it out, color it, send it to me. I'd love to see what colors you use so you can follow along. Alright, so beginning, I write my name at the top as always. These are my parts of a plant. In my word bank I have seed, stem, flower, root, and leaf. So, let's start with the top. I think that's the easiest part. So up here, this pretty colorful part of my plant is called the flower. It's the pretty part that sticks out of the ground. What about this part? This is a leaf. Next part is this long thing that connects our flower to the ground. This is called a stem. Next, I have this right here. This is our seed. That's what our plant comes from, the seed. And last, we have our roots. So this bottom part here, these are the roots. They're in the soil and they get water. And the water goes through our roots and goes through the rest of our. What we learned today, we started our lesson on the life cycle of a plant. We talked a little bit about the 4 stages that are in the life cycle of a plant. We know it's different than our animal life cycle, but it also has some similarities. So the life cycle continues. Once our plant is a full-grown plant, it has seeds inside of it, and animals will come by and pick at those seeds. They'll eat them. Then those seeds will be planted again, and our life cycle will continue with plants.